What's up, everybody? This is Mike Bird, and this is another episode of The Sticky Side. I got my partner in crime, Mr. Rob Chismark, over in Middleburg, Florida. What's up, Rob? How you doing tonight?
Hey, man. I'm doing great, man. I worked all day. That's new for me.
Damn, what'd you do?
I was actually doing some electric work in the screen room that I built. So put up a big old fan and put in some outlets. Just had some fun, you know?
Wait, you're an electrician?
Sometimes... no, I'm a construction guy. I'm just like a all-around, do-it-all kind of dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mess with electric. No worries.
Well, and you're still alive, and all your hair's still there. It's not fried off, so I guess it was a successful day. Congratulations.
Yeah, you want to know? Let me tell you something. Here's a great story, right? So I was working on this back porch light, right? So typically to turn it on and off, you use a switch. Well, when I got there, the light was not on. It wasn't illuminated. So naturally, I thought that it was off. Well, there was the last thing I had to touch to hook the fan up to it, right? I'm putting it all together and putting the black wire together, the white wire together, and I go backwards. I go ground, white, and then black. And as soon as I put those two together, boom, the light comes on. Oh my God, I had fear for myself for 2 hours because I played with a hot switch. I had no idea it was a hot leg the whole time until I hooked it up, and I was like, oh wow. But I'm still alive and still have all my hair. It's not fried off.
I know what you're doing.
That sounds like one of those Clark Griswold moments. It was actually Ellen Griswold that actually solved the mystery of the lights that wouldn't come on.
It was. Like, she plugged it in.
Well, hey, Rob, we've got Mr. Ty Lopez from Maricopa,
Alejandro.
Arizona, joining us on the show tonight, man. I'm excited about this one. This is our first ACL Western Conference player to be on the show. What's going on, Ty?
Not much. Thanks for having me, guys. I'm excited.
Look at that background.
Come and hang out with Rob Chismark. I'll do it anytime.
Yeah,
got a few things back there. Got the patch wall going, some banners.
What is that back there? You got a whole new mural back there now.
Oh, that came from
on the back wall.
The Arizona Cornhole State Championship. Todd Kosicki had a couple of them.
Nice.
So I was helping him clean up, and he gave me one of them because it has the Shot Kings logo on there for us.
That's badass, dude. Yeah. That place is looking great. Well, I got to get back out there.
We're ready for you.
Yeah, nice, man.
You are.
Yeah, I spent like 3 months in Phoenix. And that's Maricopa County, right? Or am I thinking?
Yeah, Maricopa County. Yeah.
Yeah. It's been like 7 or 8 years, man. Freakiest thing. I remember I was in my hotel room, and there was a sandstorm coming, and I just looked outside the door and saw this wall of something, like it was sand coming at us. It looked like something out of a science fiction movie, and I was freaked out. Being from the East Coast, you don't see that kind of mess. So I shut the hotel door and locked it and was like, I'm done. I'm not leaving this room.
That happens. As soon as I wash my truck, it'll happen.
How often do y'all get those things?
What's that?
How often do you get sandstorms out there?
It's usually just during like the monsoon season. So there's a month of right before July, say June, July. It always rolls in like later in the evening. There's just a lot of dust and minimal rain.
yeah
but it's once a year. It's not too bad,
man. Y'all can keep them sandstorms. I'll take the monsoons all day.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
I don't mind them.
All their grass out there is fake. Like Ty built himself a whole badass backyard with great grass that doesn't die. That's
no. My grass is real, damn. There is.
What do you got?
We have a lot of. It's all new artificial, yeah. But I got Bermuda in my style of grass here.
Bermuda out there in Maricopa. He's got Bermuda. Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Oh God, sorry about that. I just did the cardinal sin of podcasting. I had my phone on, and it's the American Red Cross calling me, trying to get me to donate blood again.
Oh, sure, man. We got time.
Blood, yeah.
Ty,
we got.
So
Oh, go ahead.
I completely screwed up because I forget about you guys not moving your time. I forget that it's 2 hours sometimes and 3 hours other times. So when I told you 5 o'clock would be 8 o'clock, I
Right.
think both of us thought it was going to be 5 o'clock. And then 5 o'clock is what it's actually 6 o'clock there right
It's
now, right?
6 now. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
5 o'clock. I thought I was ready, and then there was a 2 hour difference, not 3.
Yeah. My bad. My
And
bad, bro.
we were
Doesn't
both
matter.
screwed up on
About
that
time
one.
changes. We're the same year round, and I've lived here, so I know nothing about it. It's just
Yeah.
it's always 6:15.
Yeah, that was
Right
my fault too, because I just assumed 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time was going to be 5 p.m. for you, and I was like, "Yep, I'm wrong too."
here.
But I'm gonna blame it all on Rob anyway because he just takes the fall.
I'm gonna
for
take the
everything.
blame.
That's
I'm
what I
gonna
did.
take the blame. It's cool.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
Hey, so Ty, so you've been a pro for 4 years, is that right? In the ACL.
This is my 4th year, going into my 4th year as an ACL Pro.
Cool. So how did you get your start?
Stay here in Arizona. It was me and my brother-in-law, Larry Felix. We were just hanging out, and there was a fun little local thing in the neighborhood newspaper. There was a cornhole tournament. We never played. We knew of it. We showed up to this tournament, and we ended up winning it, but no, whatever. It was like $400 or $500 each in a little local neighborhood. So we thought we were good enough to go and challenge some other people, and we went to there was something already organized in Arizona we didn't know about. So we showed up to their league, and they whooped us. We were no good. So, but then that's kind of how we got introduced, and went back, started messing around, practicing, and meeting everyone in the group, and everyone was cool enough to teach us a bunch of stuff, and went from there.
Yeah, back in the day, man, well, probably 2012, 2013, it really wasn't out that far out west. I knew some guys from California, that played a lot, and some Texans. And I think at the time, there was like a handful of people in Arizona that played. I couldn't even tell you who any of those people are now.
Yeah, I think probably the people that play the most or the longest in Arizona is probably about 10 years. Is where they've started about 10 years ago. And there's a handful of them, like the original cornhole company, Ray Sandoval, I think is one of the originals, and then a big group around him. But
what is that guy's name that he was really good, and then he stopped playing? Was he from Arizona?
Hector, I think we talked about him.
Hector.
Hector.
Yeah. Hector.
He's come back. He quit for a little while and did his family thing. He had some issues, I guess, or some things he wanted to take care of, but he's back on the scene here in Arizona, and he's tearing it up.
Remember, he sold everything, man. He was just like selling it all for just like cost.
He couldn't let it go.
Good stuff he was getting rid of too.
Yeah.
I mean, who can? Who really can?
He's back, and he's throwing really well right now. His airmail has always been where he's at, and so he's got that working for him that day. There's people you got to watch out.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I went through that, man. I sold all my equipment. I sold like 6 sets of boards, scoreboards, banners, everything. And now I'm just sitting over here kicking myself in the butt. I wish I'd have it all back. But, you never know what you're going to do in the future, So,
right.
Yeah, I can always buy it back.
Sometimes you need a break.
Breaks are good, man. I took a 2.5-year break, and yeah, now I'm back, recharged, ready to go. So I'm trying to get up to Rob's level.
There you go.
You will.
We all are.
Is anybody really at Rob's level, though? I don't think so.
Thank you, guys. You guys are great people. Great. So one of my favorite things about you, Ty, right? There's a couple things that I want to talk about. Mike is not super familiar with you, but one of my favorite things about you is the way that you mentor the younger players, not necessarily younger by age, but younger in the game, and you bring those guys along. The guys that like with Pepe and Moses, and even D-Boy. D-Boy has a nickname. We won't call him by his government name. That freaks him out. But D-Boy is a guy that you brought along, and you get in with these young guys. They they kind of look up to you because you're an Arizona pro, and then you mentor them further, and then they become pros, and they're the guys beating you in the next year. But Moses just got a big win out there in the Western Conference. Tell me a little bit about the way that you mentor these kids and these people on their journey.
I don't know. Like I was talking to Val earlier this week, and with Moses and Pedro, like we seen it in them before Pedro qualified. We knew that just that family was a good family. We kind of seen it in them. All of them kind of want him. Moses wasn't even in the scene at the time as far as being competitive. He's down there. He's having fun with it. But at the beginning, he wasn't the kid to watch out for, And so right. I don't think I did a whole lot. I reach out to them and make sure they've got what they need. And if they got questions, reach out to me, And from there, it kind of like majority of those younger kids will reach out. And I mean, they ask all kinds of questions, and we get together and we throw. And so I don't know. I'm not out there looking to try and mentor these kids, but I do love the satisfaction of seeing them grow. They're going to all pass me up. I'm just waiting, I keep waiting for my kid so he can get good enough so I don't have to play. But it's better to see them if I start them from when they're nothing to they're beating us and whooping us, then that's kind of the goal, I guess.
It works out. That's awesome, though.
Did you start out in the ACL, or did you play in another organization before then?
No, I didn't know anything about cornhole until it was just the ACL. I've never once played in an ACL event. And
oh, okay.
It's crazy because we don't see that very often, right, Mike? We've talked about that several times. And we don't really see guys who don't play in any other event. We've had a couple on the podcast that have only played in the ACL, but it's crazy that you've come along so quickly, really, for a guy who's only played ACL 4 years as a pro. And I remember that it might have been, it was our first year as a pro when you and me played in Fort Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale. That was your first? That was
my first event as a pro. Yeah.
Our rookie years, and I was like, "Oh, this dude from Arizona, he ain't gonna be no good. I ain't worried about him." Next thing I know, you missed 2 bags in a whole game playing with them. He was playing with Reynolds. I want to say Pro Edge Speed, but
some speeds, yeah,
and he was just tearing it up, dude. I think you missed. I think you had all 12s and 2 10s.
I remember playing that game, yeah, because you had. I don't think we were more than 3 courts from your booth set up. Like you had Boardman booth, and I didn't know you, but I knew you, and I was, man, I got to play this guy my first game ever. And so I went out there and just made everything, and it
were you
worked
starstruck?
Out. It worked out pretty well, yeah.
He made every bag. He made every stinking bag, and a friend, by the way. He made every bag and a friend.
There we go. That was more important.
I mean, if you're going to get your ass whooped, Rob, might as well get a friend out of it, right?
There you go. Can't be enjoying them.
I couldn't believe. I swear to God, I couldn't believe how well he threw. I was expecting less. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
But all those 12s and 2 10s, and we didn't even have bag tracker then, so we can't even go back and look at how bad you beat me, except for the score, which I think was. I don't think I scored.
21.
Maybe I scored 2. I hate you so bad.
Well, back a few years ago, everybody, cornhole was synonymous with, like Kentucky, Ohio, those states, North Carolina, Florida even. Those were where all the pros were, ACL. And whenever you played somebody from those states, you were always wary. You were like, okay, this person's good. And most of the time you knew who they were by their names. So if you played somebody from California, Arizona, New Mexico, you know what I'm saying, the Midwest states, you didn't think their skill was that high compared to the other states. And this is,
and I don't think it was.
And
back then, you know what I mean?
But now, you've got great players from those states now. You can't you can't relax on any games playing anybody.
Dude,
people from Hawaii.
Them Zazus are unbelievable, man. Yeah. They're kids. They're kids.
Both of them they're on a different. Even this year is like Moses is still he's got something else, but we played the last conference. Pedro's within our first 4 games of doubles is averaging like a 10-6, 10-7, like ridiculous. Like they're on a different level this year. So it's going to be fun to watch them and try and keep up with them.
Well, tell me about that. Who are they again? I've never heard of them. You said Moses and
Moses and Pedro Zazueta. They're just they're out of Tucson, which is a little more south of us. It's a bigger town than we're from, but they jumped onto the scene real early, and Pedro went to the qualifier his first year, last year's qualifier, and qualified. So that's when me and him ended up partnering up. And then his brother submitted the application, and he didn't make it to the qualifier, and he got in. But they're both just right now, they're lights out.
How old are they?
Moses is 16 and Pedro's 18, maybe 19. They're both right there.
So not like Trevor Cabero.
Moses just won the whole conference.
Moses is 16 and he just won the West Conference, the last one in Vegas 2 weeks ago. He ended up winning the entire overall conference.
Wow, nice.
I was looking through that. I thought maybe you didn't go. I was like, where's Ty's name? Where's Ty's name? I didn't look too deep.
Yeah, it was probably you got to hit C more, and then I was right. Yeah, love you, Rob.
I didn't look that. Like I said, I didn't look that hard. But when I didn't see you in the top 4, I was like, honestly, I thought you didn't go. And then I saw some pictures from the Shot Kings, and Val was sharing all the stuff of you being there, and I was a little. I didn't want to ask you about it because I figured if you did go and you didn't do well, you probably weren't very happy.
Yeah.
So
I was really actually pleased with the way I shot in singles. I shot. I was in. There was 2 brackets over there, so I was in Moses' bracket. My first loss was to Nate Long, and then my second loss was to Moses. Nate Long was in the king seat in our bracket. Moses ended up double dipping him, so I lost to the 2 guys in the ship. But I think I played 5 games, and I played every known player in California back to back to back to back. So I had a hell of a run, but I ended up taking 6 in our bracket.
Okay, so it's not bad.
It wasn't bad. But I think I still averaged over the day. It was like a 9-6 something, So for me, I'm still kind of edging closer to that, and I like it. But yeah, I wasn't top 4. So.
Well, who's the big dogs in California right now?
There's so many, man. I couldn't even name a name. Like there's
Hunter's
solid. I mean,
if you're talking about pros or just regular players, because Brendan's
probably the nastiest in Arizona right now.
So yeah.
Boyer. Nick Williams just came over to our conference or to our regional. Wow. He's throwing solid. He came over. Him and KJ double dipped Pedro and Moses in the championship. And then Moses is sitting in the king seat in singles. Nick Williams comes and double dips him. So Nick Williams is a big name right now too. Everybody's throwing lights out.
He's a rookie pro, right?
This is his first year pro, yeah. He's typically Brendan Ballard's partner, and Brendan didn't make it in the qualifier, and Nick did make it.
Nick's such a nice dude, too.
Oh, yeah.
Such a nice dude.
Super cool.
Yeah, I don't know any those names from California, man. Like, I just know Ken Jones, Nick Renovitz, and there's a few more. I know.
Back in 1998.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Nick lives in Vegas now.
Nick's in Vegas. We just seen him in Vegas.
He moved to Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen Ken in who knows how long.
He was at where did I just see him?
He was at Spencer McKenzie's.
Spencer.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where we saw him.
Yeah, he was out there, and I met a lot of guys from California out there, but you tell me your name, and 15 seconds later, I done forgot it. So that's one of the worst traits I have, man. But
another really big one coming up is Tino. I think you met him, Rob. Tino Mendoza. He's over here. He's like one of my neighbors. So he's in the PDC this year again, and his singles game is nasty. He's throwing really well as well. So that's a big one to watch. We played in
Richie's trying to get
the last regional. It was myself versus Tino in the championship for singles. and I ended up. He shot a 10.19 or something over
Wow.
40 bags. I shot a 10.67.
Nice
But I
work.
mean, we were both just like, just everything was making everything.
I hope I never have to play you guys in a tournament.
Yeah, it was good regionals.
Yeah.
It's the truth, man. We were at a shootout one time 2 years ago in Vegas, and Ty's down 5 points in the round limited shootout. He's down five against Hunter Thorne, a very good pro. Down 5 points in the last round, and this mother pulls off a seven. That's a seven, Ty.
Rob. The last Open, I did it to Hunter again. Did you see that?
I know, wasn't that? Yeah, I saw
poor
it.
kid.
Yeah, that was.
It's just
I
Hunter.
yelled it because I was watching it on the live stream, and I yelled, "That's a seven, Ty!"
And he turned around. He goes,
I think
"What?"
I texted you.
It's the last one in I think we're in Texas. He said the same thing. As soon as I called the timeout and I looked at it, I mean the bag's barely hanging, and he turned around and told everyone, he's like, "He's gonna hit it." Sure enough, I stepped out, airmail, drag, and got him by 1 point in the last round, last bag. Like, you gotta be kidding me.
You are a nemesis to that poor kid, man.
We got
That
some
was
good runs.
that seven was nasty though. I mean,
Yeah.
it changed, like the whole complexion of the game was just completely different. It didn't look like you had the opportunity to win. And then when he threw that bag over the back, I was like, oh my gosh.
And it was we started at noon, and I think that game was like 2 a.m. in Vegas.
Yeah.
And we were all tired. That was a rough road.
That was a bad. Remember, that was the night that the riot came through too, or
Right in front of our hotel.
whatever. That was crazy. So it was during the all the BLM stuff when we were there in Vegas, and they had a little riot coming down the street, Mike. In case you're wondering what kind of riot, but
no, that shot, whoever won that game was on ESPN the next day. So it came down to not only that game, but it was like literally the last bag. I hit the airmail drag, and then all he had to do is, I think, push one in.
Yep.
And he skipped off the back, the whole bag. And so I ended up playing on ESPN and by 1 point or something like that.
So you have
set two.
Because I looked on YouTube today and I could not find a video. I guess I didn't look good enough.
I don't know if there was a video, but he's been on ESPN a couple times.
In Vegas.
Singles and doubles. Yeah.
Yeah, well, Ultra posted something because, what I'm doing is, I know you guys can't see it now, but you'll be able to see it on the edited version. Behind me, I am putting like all the players that come on the show. I'm putting them on my backdrop back here. So I was trying to find a good silhouette of you to put up there. And I guess Ultra Cornhole posted one on Instagram. I'm going to steal that and,
okay.
Chop that up. But yeah.
Nice.
If not, let me know. I can send you one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. That'll work
Either
too.
way.
Yeah, I mean, I want your photo, whatever you think you're gonna look good in, man. You send it.
None.
You got one of those fancy blue shirts like Rob's got in his background over there.
Everything you wear.
The best one is the Rob Chismark interview. Have you shown him that one? We need a picture, at least a picture. You got a picture of that one? I'll pull up a picture real quick. I'll pull up a picture. I kind of look like Rob for a little bit.
Oh, you poor guy.
I thought you might have done that tonight. I
thought about it, but I didn't know. I thought about it.
And the mullet and throw the beard out there.
Well,
it was so fun. That was a great night at your house.
That was like 2 or 3 in the morning as well, that interview.
Oh, that sounds like good times. But look, I'm going to be disappointed.
It was.
I'm going to be disappointed if Rob doesn't do our Christmas show dressed up as Santa Claus. Santa Claus can have a black beard. It's good. It's all good on the show.
Yeah, so I went and looked up that movie you were talking about, but I can't find it anywhere for free, and I don't feel like paying to watch it. The Fat Man, but he definitely has a dark beard. So you're right. The Fat Man can't have a dark beard.
We'll talk after the show, and I'll hook you up. Yeah.
Okay, good.
We'll
I want to watch it. It looks pretty intense.
Have you seen it before, Ty?
No, what is it?
So it's a Christmas movie. Mel Gibson plays Santa Claus, but it's a Santa Claus like you've never seen before. Like he's old ass white guy living in the woods. He's old. He's old.
Well, you said an old
Sounds
ass
like
white
Santa to
guy,
me.
and I'm like, that's
Santa.
Okay, so
living in the woods, but
it's an interracial couple. Mrs. Claus is black, Santa Claus is white. Santa Claus is like this old vet. Like, he's got that mentality, you know, like military type guy, and it's awesome. He's basically a country guy living in the woods off the land, and don't fuck with Santa Claus because he will get you back
funny.
with AKs.
Well, on
and
the
shit.
trailer,
the Santa Claus,
right?
but it's with Mel Gibson.
Yeah, with Mel Gibson. Yep.
I'll have to check
Fat
that
Man.
out.
It's called Fat Man.
Fat Man. Yeah, Rob, you got to watch that. We'll get you hooked up.
I will. So, so I watched the trailer, like I was saying. So, and like he's mad because the kids don't care. They don't. Santa Claus doesn't bring any fear anymore. You know, you got to be good. So that's what in the trailer. It's like they don't care about me anymore. So, and then it looks like the government comes to get them to help to do something. But
well, he like works for the
government.
government. Santa Claus works for the government, and they give him a paycheck. And they're not paying him like they used to because all the kids are bad. You know? So he's got to pay the elves. So the elves are all these little people working in this warehouse on his property.
Investment.
I'm telling you, it's a different spin on the whole Santa Claus thing.
Okay.
It's pretty awesome. And it's got Mel Gibson in it, so that tells you right there, man. Fucking great. Lethal Weapon is a Christmas movie, Rob. I looked it up.
Here we go again.
Yep.
I saw it. I was looking on my streaming stuff and it said holidays and Lethal Weapons on there and Die Hard's on there.
Thank you. Thank you.
They're all on there, but that's just because a bunch of people with, liberals, dadgum liberals.
Oh no! Here we go.
Sorry, Ty. I know you're still here.
Christmas movie, man.
You don't care, do you, Ty? They don't have Christmas out there, do they?
No.
Oh,
no.
Look, Ty, just tell him to F off, and it's all good.
Man, he does.
So look, Ty, tell us about Shot Kings, man. What's that all about?
It's I don't know a whole lot about it, man. It's something we originally started it when I first started playing. I guess the first year I became a pro was me and my wife Valerie and her brother. We kind of all just thought we wanted to come up with this little idea because I'm going to be traveling with write-off. She's got her own passions with this. He's a graphic designer. So they all had their niche already, kind of wanting to do something in the field, like apparel. And so we came up with this idea. It was just nothing that was supposed to get crazy. And it's just kind of grown and grown and grown, and so and now it's Shot Kings. It's, I don't know. It's big time. My wife took it over, so I kind of helped start, and I do a little bit of help here and there, but I'm not no help to them. So she took it over. She actually quit her full-time job or part-time job. She's doing Shot Kings full-time. And
oh wow, so you guys really are producing.
They're doing really well, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So you guys make apparel, you make equipment.
Mainly right now is apparel. They're really big into apparel. They've got little things here and there, but mostly is apparel.
Awesome. Can I get a shirt?
You sure can. You gotta send me your size.
Hey, well, yeah, we'll put it right here in the studio, man. Yeah, man.
I know somebody.
I know somebody. I can't even get a Board King shirt. How about that?
Hey,
I mean,
that's what I was almost not going to do this interview because I was promised a T-shirt from the last interview, and I still ain't got that shit.
You don't?
Damn.
I left that for you. I'm sure I left.
Still?
I'm sure of it. Yeah.
Still to this day, you're gonna deny it?
I'm sure you got it.
Stayed at my house all week. Golly. Hey.
Wait, you said he stayed at your house?
Yeah. So Ty has a sweet ass camper that he let us stay in. We went out there Memorial Day weekend 2 years ago, and then I lost my phones. That was a bad day for me.
That That was
Lost.
We went tubing, right?
Yeah.
It'll be fun, they said.
fun.
Wait, did you go to Salt River?
Salt River tubing.
So that time I was in Arizona, I went 3 times, man, and I lost my van keys. I had a work vehicle, and I put them in a plastic bag.
I hate that place.
And man, them things are gone. Cost me $100.
Let me tell you.
Oh.
How long were we stuck in the whirlpool, Ty? That was
We were in the whirlpool for a while. But the funny thing is we were gonna go tubing, and it was gonna be a blast. The night before we went tubing, we had a blind draw party at the house. We went to bed at like 4 a.m., but we literally had to wake up we had to be out the door, I think, by 6 a.m. in order to get to the river. And so we got probably an hour and a half, 2 hours of sleep. We all woke up still drunk and tried to get to the river, which is an hour and a half away.
Damn, bro. That's
And
kinda-
parking, bro.
That's
Parking,
risky.
bro. Parking.
Yeah, it was rough.
And the flamingo died as F, bro.
The producer Laura has something to interject. I can see it on her face.
Yes. Yes.
Whatever y'all are talking about, like I'm so in. Please invite me on the next one.
You do not want to
Salt
do
River.
this.
No, you do want to go. You do want to go.
I
You just
am
want to get a
dying
decent
to
amount of
do
sleep.
this.
There's one.
Don't whatever you do, just leave your phones in the car because
You don't
If
need
not,
them
they'll be at
on
the
the river,
bottom of
first
the
of
river.
all.
And
I know,
keys,
right?
evidently.
Call nobody.
why was she taking pictures?
Two phones.
Why was she taking pictures? She lost both of my phones. What a great day that was.
And it's
She lost both
there
your
were
phones in
4
Salt
hour-
River.
It's
Bro,
like
there
a
were- there were
4-hour
5
trip
phones.
from when you get to the top to the bottom on the tube. It's probably a 4-hour trip.
Yeah.
Did you say
They lost their
7? Did you
phones.
say 7 hours?
No,
In
4.
the last 4 minutes.
Well, we were in the whirlpool for a good 30 minutes. Yeah, we got stuck in a whirlpool for 30 minutes. So that was longer.
There's some
But
spots.
they didn't lose their phone until like the last 20 minutes of the trip. It was literally right at the end, and everything flipped over and their phones were in the ice chest.
5 phones in that bag.
Yeah.
And the ones that were lost were mine and hers. Only 3 phones were lost out of that bag.
So how did they
I
get
had
out of
2
the
that
bag?
lost.
Oh, you had your work phone. That's right.
I don't know. I don't know how I don't have any clue how they got out.
Man, some of
But,
those
it was only
people
ours.
that we saw on Salt River, man, they take it serious. Like we saw this one guy, he had a stage and had like stereo equipment on it. And he was DJing on the river.
Oh, big time.
Yeah,
big
some of these
time.
people
Oh,
take
yeah.
it serious.
They got subwoofers and everything on those things. They go all out.
Yeah,
It was so fun. It was so fun and not fun all at the same time.
I think we got to replan it, but plan it
Yeah.
right. We just planned it like right before a party, and then we partied and planned it. That didn't work out.
And it was Memorial Day, so it wasn't like, I mean, it was probably the fullest the river was ever going to be.
True.
You know,
Hey,
remember how
on
many
that
people
note,
were?
Memorial Day is going to be huge here. We're doing the takeover in Arizona, 20 minutes from our house at Wild Horse Pass Casino.
What's the
So last year
takeover?
the takeover.
That was
is
the
a
one that was in
tournament-
Mexico?
No, the takeover is one that's ran by Crown City Cornhole, and they did it in Vegas last year. It's just a regional.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the big
Because
regional.
of
I
the
remember.
but last year I think there was over 20 some pros. The payouts are great. So this year they had it planned in Vegas, and Val ended up working out a deal with Gila River Casino, Wild Horse Pass. Everything's linked up, and it's sponsored by Bud Light, and it's going to be Memorial Day weekend here in Arizona.
Well, book me. I need
Let's
I need
go
a camper.
for real.
I'm in.
That's gonna
I'm in.
be. And then
I'm
but
in
the
if you're
weekend.
in.
So the weekend right after that, the weekend before Memorial Day weekend is the takeover. The weekend after that is going to be the Open in Mesa, Arizona.
Oh,
So if
well,
you want to plan the whole week here, I got a week planned for you.
that's a good idea. I'll do it. Why
Rob,
not?
do it.
we need to
There we
plan
go.
some sticky side ventures, man, and hit
I'm
up
down,
these
bro.
places.
I'm down.
Yep.
I'll play with you. I'll play with you anytime. It doesn't matter to me, man. We'll double up and be the sticky side on the boards. Let's go.
Oh, you want to be partners with me? That's
I
an
will.
honor.
Why not?
That's an honor,
Why not?
Rob. I will make sure I
It'll be
start
fun, bro.
training
Let's
now,
see it.
and we will be
It'll
the
be
sticky
fun.
side hitman. We will.
See it.
I'll even grow my beard out for you.
Ah.
Like the ZZ ZZ Top of cornhole.
The ZZ Top of cornhole.
ZZ
like
Top. Yeah. Yeah. My old partner had a pretty nice beard. My new one, he don't have no beard.
Who's your new partner, Rob?
Matt Corley, Jay's brother.
Okay. Yep. I met him.
Virginia kid.
Nice.
So, you and Pepe are gonna run it at it again, right?
We are. We're gonna run it back for another year.
What'd you do? You finished like 10th, didn't you, in the country?
We were 15th. We ended up 15th overall last
15th.
season. 15th.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your current rank in the ACL right now?
I haven't looked. We haven't been anywhere this year. We were supposed to go to the South Dakota Open.
Oh my God!
Everything got canceled. Our flights originally got pushed back maybe twice, and then by 5 o'clock Thursday it was canceled. So we're like,
that was that whole hack shot, right? Didn't somebody hack the airlines or some TSA?
No, it was American Airlines. All there, I think it had to do with the mandatory vaccines and all that. So they were all taking a stand. So they didn't have enough employees to run their planes.
Oh.
So I think honestly, we were probably one of the first flights that were canceled because then everything started popping up and canceling. But
I didn't know it was
make it
just
to that
American
one, so.
because I thought they said it was a TSA hack. Because a lot of people didn't make it out there.
Oh, I'm sure that's
because
what
of
they're
that.
saying. They're probably saying that just to like cover up that the American Airlines said we're not
walking
working.
out. Yeah,
right.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So we didn't make it, and we haven't been to an Open yet. So our rankings this year are not very good.
Well, what did you finish in singles last year?
Last year in singles, I was 93rd, I believe, because I qualified in singles and doubles. So I think I ended up 93rd in singles, and then we were 15th in doubles.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome considering all the competition out there. Are you excited about the pro team draft coming up in a couple of weeks?
I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work out yet.
Yeah. Well, Rob's the expert on it. We've had a couple of guys on the show. And,
I feel like
sell it. What do you think?
I just feel like I feel like a guy like Ty Lopez is going to slip down to the bottom.
Exactly.
But it's going to be awesome because they're going to get a very quality player in Ty Lopez, even if it is at the bottom, and you're going to be beating some of their top guys on other teams, the people who passed you up. So, just take it out on everybody. That's all I would do if I were you. Like the old Aaron Rodgers draft.
Explain it to me a little better then. I'm not.
So there's going to be a draft, right? There's the top 16. I think Ryan Smith has the first pick,
okay,
and then Trey Birchfield has the final pick of the first round, and then it's going to snake around like a fantasy football draft, and Trey will have the first pick of the second round and go back to Ryan. So it's going to snake all the way through. There's 16 captains that are going to draft their team. So 16 captains are going to pick of all of us pros. And there'll be 16 people on the team. So there'll be 15 rounds of draft on December 10th and 11th up in Rock Hill. They're going to do it at the headquarters.
And what is that for? Just a one tournament thing or?
No, it's all year long. We're going to play. So we're going to play everybody. So each team is going to play each other. So you're going to have 15 different matches for sure. And then it's going to be done. You know how the conference is done basically when they do the Conference Cup? They do, but they're going to eliminate the crew though. They're going to eliminate a crew game. It's going to be just singles and doubles playing against. Yeah. So, and then you're going to win your team wins by winning the majority of the matches, whether it be all doubles or all.
Well, singles. I think that's going to be really interesting because there's so many rookies that nobody knows. Like, you overlook so many people that it's going to be tricky to pick.
And there's some serious rookies that people do know too. So I believe a lot of people are going to get, just like you said, overlooked. I do feel like you have the opportunity to slip down because they took the top 16 players, eliminating people that didn't come back or eliminating people that didn't want to do it. But Ryan has got the first pick, and I believe it's like, and then maybe Cheyenne is somewhere in there too. But so Eric Anderson's got the 6th pick. So it's just, and if somebody up there in that area doesn't know who you are, you can get dropped down. Or we're a guy, somebody who knows somebody who might not be the best player. They
but
might go.
You don't need them right away.
Like,
just kind of leave them down there because nobody's going to pick them.
Well, Rob, clear this up. Clear this up for me. Are the rookies that are coming into this season, are they allowed to be drafted? Like the Eric Zarklines and the Tanner Halberts?
Everybody's going to get,
Not the PDC players, though.
Right, not the PDC.
Yeah.
But every player is going to be drafted. It's part of the 256.
Okay.
Everybody that's 250.
And they're going to compete at every national? Like you're going to play certain games at every national against each other?
Yeah, I think they said at the nationals, it's going to take the place of crew. We won't be playing crew anymore.
That's right. That's what. Sure.
So basically, this is going to be another opportunity to get on ESPN. I think that's why the division was created.
I actually think they're going to a whole other network. I think.
Oh yeah.
I think so. I'm not sure. They haven't released all those details yet. So, but I think it's going to be on a whole new network.
So you think they're done with ESPN, or they're still going to have?
No.
Okay.
No, the ESPN still got its major coverage of all the nationals, singles and doubles.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we got the shootouts that are going to be on CBS still again. But I believe there's a new network coming in that's going to be
this specific. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty awesome right there, man.
Motivation. Yeah, I mean the ACL it's an innovator.
Oh, it is.
And I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So
I guess with that, I didn't know a whole lot about it. I've just kind of heard, and there's a lot of info, so it's not one that was on my list, but it sounds pretty cool. Sounds like it's just something else for us to all compete at and kind of just growing again. That's neat.
Probably earn money. I guarantee it's going to be an opportunity to earn more money. You got to rely on some players, some teammates. So I feel bad for my team.
Captain.
I traveled.
I
traveled to Eastern North Carolina yesterday to see some family, and some of my cousins I hadn't seen in years, and they know I play cornhole, and it was crazy to me that a couple of them came up and were like, "Hey, yeah, man, we watch cornhole all the time on TV now," and I'm like, "Wow, what ACL has done for the game right now is just ridiculous." Like people like you got to know my cousins. My cousins out in Eastern North Carolina are watching cornhole on TV, and they're like, "Man, those guys don't miss," and I'm like, "Yeah, I used to play those guys. I missed it. I wish I was. I ain't gonna lie. One day, that's my goal to make the big screen. Be like Rob.
You can do it like me. You can be right behind Ty when he's playing, just rooting for him.
Well, have you ever been on ESPN?
It's one way you can make it. Nope. No. I mean, I've commentated. I've commentated on ESPN.
I've seen you in the background.
I've been in the crowd plenty of times, but I've never played.
Oh.
Never played. I had an opportunity when we were in Arizona for that shootout. One more game and we would have made TV, and we did not win that game. My poor wife got so nervous that game. She threw like 3 bags in front of the board against Brian Brewer, and he got a 9 on that round. I was like, oh no. It wasn't her fault. She just got nervous knowing that was the game.
It's a whole different ballgame when the lights are brighter, man.
Yeah, we were on the main stage too.
That's why I tried to tell somebody.
You remember how?
I don't like the lighting up here. It's too bright. I'm used to out there. That's what I'm used. My glasses up here.
It's been fun. You do need glasses. That's what Noah used to do. He used to wear sunglasses.
So hey, does your wife play cornhole too, or is she just like the brains behind everything?
She does.
Business person.
She plays, but she's not as dedicated as playing as I am. She's more dedicated to the business side. So
yeah.
But yeah, she definitely plays. We partner up whenever we can. It's fun.
That's good because you got support. Hopefully one day I can get my girlfriend to support me at events.
Dude, she supported the heck out of you the last time I saw her and you together. She was there for 8 hours. She ended up having to talk to like children just to make herself be unbored from supporting you.
She was completely bored of the sport of cornhole.
But they're supporting. She was still supporting.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
Right
Thank
there.
you, Rob. I was there supporting.
There she is.
Still
Hey.
supporting. He's still supporting.
Hey, Valerie, you got to go behind him so everybody can see you.
You got to come back here.
Yeah, yeah.
She can probably tell you about Shot Kings a lot better than I can.
Yeah, for sure. Valerie's the social media wizard. Valerie's the computer wizard. And she takes care of all that stuff for Ty.
And I just want to say, speaking of supporting, who's right here producing the Cornhole podcast?
Yeah, right. She doesn't even need to, but here she is.
She's
be
amazing. At home snuggling with my cats.
Yeah.
I mean, you could.
You tell her she's amazing right now. Say, you are amazing.
Look at him.
I like Rob.
That ain't what you said the other day. No, I'm just playing.
Hey, that's what they all say that when they're not on camera.
All right, we got Valerie is here.
Hi,
Valerie. I'm Mike. And of course you know Rob. So
Roberto.
And
how'd you guys know I had a fake toe?
A fake toe.
Rubber toe.
About it.
What do you call a guy with a rubber toe?
What
do you call it?
No.
A rubber toe.
Fake
rubber.
No, it's a rubber toe. Rubber toe.
Oh man.
Rubber toe, Rob. Come on.
Would that classify as a dad joke?
That is definitely a dad joke. I'm the best at them.
You're not right. It's what do you call a guy with a prosthetic toe?
No. What do you call a guy with a rubber toe?
No, I'm trying
Rubber toe. That
to
sounds pretty damn good, right? That's perfect.
It's wrong though.
What do you call a girl? What do you call a girl with one leg?
Oh my gosh, Eileen.
Yeah, buddy. Where does she work?
Mom's name.
Where does she work? No, that's Elaine.
IHOP.
IHOP. Those are the only dad jokes I know.
Oh.
What do you call a man on the floor?
Matt.
What do you call a man in the hole?
Ooh, Lucky.
Phil.
Okay, I gotta join the party on this. Why can't you do your calculus homework on a Friday night?
Whoa.
Because you can't drink and derive.
And derive. That's a good one.
That's too much. That's way too much.
Well, he had to Google that. It was still bad.
No. I got a buddy. He's a dad joke connoisseur, and I was stealing his dad jokes. He's got some good
Study those.
What do you call a cow with no legs?
Ground beef.
Oh, kills me every time.
Okay, I got one more, then we're going to get to Valerie and Shot Kings. Okay, so this one I get to use a voice. Okay.
Oh, a voice.
What did Yoda say when he saw himself in 4K?
Oh, no, I don't know.
Don't know? Okay. HDMI?
I hate you.
All right.
That was good.
All right, Valerie, tell us about Shot Kings.
All right. So we originally started Shot Kings. It's been about 3 years. We're on starting year number 4. We originally started it I really got sick of going to cornhole and not having anything cool to wear. So I fought with my brother, which is Nicholas, and he finally, after probably about 3 years of bugging him for a logo, finally gave me a logo after we came to a team agreement that we would call everything Shot Kings Cornhole. So once we thought of it, then we came up with the playing card and the concept of the playing card spinning a bag everything kind of evolved from there. It blew up. It was really catchy. People started to purchase it. Next thing I know, we're selling all over.
Awesome. Good for you.
Yeah.
The cool thing was, I guess, kind of like the big start was that there was a national here in Maricopa, it's a small town in Arizona. That they brought a national here was really cool because it's only 10 minutes from our house. But the city's an hour from us. So the national comes within 10 minutes from our house the first year I was a pro. So we got a big enough backyard to set up at least 10 sets of boards. We got a perfect setup. So I said, why don't we just run a blind draw the Thursday night and see if everyone wants to come over because it's not far. Cool. I posted out. There was over 100 and some just pros in our backyard the first year that we were starstruck by the basic, like we didn't know anybody. Noah Wooten, Matt Sorrells, like all the big names are in our backyard. And we were just, cool, this is so much fun. They probably partied till 3 or 4 in the morning, went to the National Thursday. Friday night back at the house, same thing. Saturday night back at the house. So we just made like the coolest friendships the first National that came close. And a lot of people wanted to help represent, what we were about. And then at the time, it's Shot Kings were helping grow. And so we had a lot of cool support, from the beginning.
Yeah.
So are you pretty much the ambassador of Arizona Cornhole? Sounds like it.
Absolutely not. No, we jumped into the scene. Like I said, probably cornhole has probably been 6-7 years in Arizona before we got in. But I do think from when we started that the competition level got better because we helped press that. Like we wanted to get better, and everyone just kind of got better from there. But cornhole was around way before us. No, we don't take credit for any of that.
Well, it does sound like you are the place to party when cornhole is in that area.
Yes, sir.
That's where we got to go, Rob. Definitely.
For sure. Rob knows. Rob knows.
Yeah. I missed out on all the cool parties, man. I missed out on.
But plan the open for sure. I told him about the takeovers. That's gonna be the big tournament of the year.
Big sponsors.
Memorial Day.
Sponsored by Bud Light. That's gonna be big time.
And Gila River Casino.
He said that. Okay. They're going to sell out the rooms, and they got a new pool going. They're going to have live bands all weekend, a pool party.
We're at DJs.
It's going to be fun.
Nice.
It's going to be fun. Plan that.
Feeling a road trip or
plan it. If you come early, let me know. I'll pick you up.
We've got a big team working with us too. We have Crown City Cornhole, Platinum Baggers, and Dogtown League out of California. It's the team that invited me to be a part of it last year. So this year we got the green light to bring it here to Arizona instead of Vegas. So we're really excited. It's going to be fun. And we have a lot of fun stuff planned that weekend, and it's followed by the Mesa Open.
Nice. Bringing it there instead of Vegas. That just shows you how much of a partier y'all are. Look at that.
Game time.
Guaranteed.
Well, Rob's going to need some slots out there. You're going to have to get some slot machines and
let's go.
Blackjack
Didn't
table.
Dayton make that first? He was at that first one.
Dayton Weber was in our backyard. Yes.
You still have the spray painted
on my leather couch. It's dust. It's called dust in Arizona.
It was literally a pile of Bobby dust.
Oh man!
All right,
I had to pick him up. So the last night of the Sunday night of the National, everyone said we're going to come back to Ties and do one more party on Sunday night. So we're cool with that. I had to work Monday morning, and I didn't think it was going to go crazy. So I told there was a few people. Doug Rippey had to be at the airport. Dayton Weber had to be at the airport. I said, I got to be to work at 6 a.m. If you guys want to ride, I'll take you to the airport because I work right by the airport in Phoenix. Drop you off, and I'll go to work. So I get up at 4. Everybody's passed out. I'm like, all right, get dressed. Sure enough. Wake up, Rippy. Wake up. Wake him up, and I said, you got to get Dayton up. He's laying on my couch. I don't know if you guys know Dayton. He's sleeping on the couch. So literally, I told him, I said, we got to go. He leaves a dust mark on my couch because I got some dirt in the backyard, and he seemed to have fell into it the night before. It was bad.
Oh, God. I hope you got pictures of that. Did you take pictures?
I have to find them.
I don't know.
Pretty sure
We got stuff. We got some
Pretty
stuff.
sure I got some. Pretty sure.
Well,
Yeah.
we've got Mr. Weber coming on next week. We'll have to ask him about that when he comes on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
Tell him if he broke.
me and Dayton have a little history. Me and him were partners for 4 tournaments. I think we played together. And
Nice.
yeah, back in the ACO, this is probably 2013, 14, something like that. But yeah, he's a character, man. He's a cool dude. Yep.
I never met him, and he was sitting on my counter, and he came, and it was just so funny because that's kind of who I am. But he was eating. Val made him a plate, and we had. I think my sister came over, made some brisket tacos, rice and beans, like the works, right? He drops. I think he dropped a cup or a plate off my counter and broke it, and I gave him a really hard time. I'm like, "You serious? You're gonna come over, break my shit?" You know? And he's like, he felt so bad, but he was cool. I never met him though, so it was just funny. I laid into him, but we had a good time.
Yeah,
He's sweating.
Dayton's definitely fun.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's one of those guys too. You get to know him, you know. I would have probably said a joke like, "Man, you got greasy hands or something? What's wrong? You can't."
Yeah.
Those are the things you could say to him, though.
Yeah. He's fun, dude, and he's throwing lights out this year, man.
And he is.
He's on fire.
His PPR is ridiculous.
It's amazing to me to watch him. Me and him played against Ryan Windsor and Isidro Herrera in Vegas, probably in 2015, I think. And me and him had a good run going. I mean, and we hit those guys, and you know those two. You know Ryan and Isidro are great players. And we had them, man. We had them. I don't remember the final score. It was like 21-18 or 19 or something like that. But I lost there. I lost the game. I couldn't hold off Ryan Windsor. And Ryan ended up beating me at my end. But Dayton held the whole time. And,
that's impressive, man.
Yeah, it really is.
And then in my backyard, I got enough room for there's concrete, there's grass. Then it was so many people, I set up boards in my rocks. And so he gets called up on board 10, I think, was in the rocks. And I'm like, hey, we can wait till this board opens up over here. No, I'm straight. I'm good. And I'm like, I see you jump, and these are really sharp rocks. You sure? Yep, I'm good. Sure enough, plays the whole game in the rocks. And I'm like, dude, you're an animal.
He is, man.
He's freaking badass.
He does not have a disability or
no, sir.
No, because that's just him, and you know he does everything to He's convinced everyone around him he don't. So that's the tricky part. Yeah. He knows in his head he's mentally strong enough to know that he's convinced everyone around him that he is no different than anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
He's badass.
Yeah, cool. I can't wait to have him on, man. It's gonna be a good one.
There you go.
I don't want to play him in singles. How about you, Rob?
Nope.
Man, I'll play anybody. I don't care. All I can do is beat me.
Yeah. Had that happen before.
I won
several times. I don't know. Have we ever played against each other, Rob? I can't remember.
No.
I don't know if we've ever played in a tournament against each other.
I didn't make it out of many pools, man, when I was in the ACO back in those days.
Yeah.
I didn't make it out very many of them when I went to the different majors or whatever. But I was pretty good in regionals. I was always a high seed because of my regional play, but I just never made it out of very many pools still. So I never got a chance to see you.
No, yeah. I don't know. I made it out of my one pool I played in this year, but I want to play in more ACL events, and it's just the timing is never good for me. Like this weekend, I got the Virginia Beach Open, and I've already got plans. Yeah.
Yeah, but you got good plans, man. Good plans.
Yeah.
Going to the mountains, hanging out with some really good-looking woman. It's gonna be fun.
Look, you're just blowing her head up over here, Rob. Stop.
I'm not. I'm just telling the truth.
For fuck's sake.
Just telling the truth.
But we do have to plan. We need to plan an open to go to, man. If I have to fly.
Arizona. Bring it to Arizona.
When is that one?
May.
May.
Right after Memorial Day.
Right after.
Yep.
Oh, So we have to.
We got a bit.
That one, but we need to do another one. I'm gonna have to play it at least.
Be there bookends. Well,
Washington's going to be fun. Washington's going to be fun. That Everett, Washington, that's beautiful country.
Yes.
Mm.
I mean, I'm going to Florida. Florida's going to be right here.
When is
Florida's right there? There you go.
I'll come to Florida.
When is that one, Rob? When's that open? January what?
That's a great question. I think it's like January 19th.
Oh, so
it's right before the.
Hey, and Ty, you know they got some weak players in Florida, so I got a chance.
Yeah.
Anthony Rule, I take that back.
We only have 30. We only have 31 pros.
I was say,
yeah. He knows I'm just messing with him. Florida's got some great players. Like Cheyenne Renner and the Rule brothers.
Yeah.
There's a guy named Chismark down there and his wife. I hear they're all right. So I mean,
don't worry about me. You get beat up by her.
Yeah. He's a monster.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you going to throw this year?
We're sticking with Ultra. It's going to be me and Pedro again. Really pumped about it. Like we ended up really well last year. We got a good thing going as far as little communication going on the game. Two totally different styles, but it's starting to make more sense to both of us, I think. So I'm learning him, he's learning me. And last year was just a rookie season for him. And I think this year he's coming out a lot stronger, which is only going to help me, We're going to stick with Ultra. We talked about it.
There's 34 women on the circuit this year, so I'm going to parade a couple of them around there near Pedro and see what happens.
Don't bring that up. Don't bring that up. I can tell you a story already this season, Rob. It's happened this season.
No.
Oh, man. It's already happening. He goes from he's one of those kids will probably, I'm really confident that they're going to take top 3 at a national in singles in their bracket. If not more than one's top 3, one of those boys are going to win it. Like, they're badass.
Yeah.
But don't put no distraction in front of them. None of them.
By a distraction, you mean the female species.
Any female, yes. Mm-hmm.
Little flirtatious female action.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I play Pedro, I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
If I play Pedro, Laura, can you sit across from
me? You keep scoring? Can you keep scoring for me?
Yes, please.
Cast your eyes and flirt just just rub his arm just a little as he comes by.
Oh God.
So what bag?
So we're sticking with Ultra. I mean, Ultra's, I gotta give Ultra a shout out. They're amazing. They've done great things for us specifically, but I like it. So we're going to stick with them. At this point, Viper C is still our bag. Okay. That Viper B came out, and it feels really good. Almost more of our playing style. Because I think I'd rather overall throw a Viper. He'd probably throw a Widow. We're both 2 different styles. So the C right now is the middle, but the B kind of gives us both a little bit more of our playing style. So that's something we're going to work on this year and maybe switch it. But for now, it's still the Viper C.
How about can we see a Shot Kings bag coming out in the near future?
No, not I don't know, not a Shot King. Shot King ain't making bags anytime soon, no.
Not yet.
I don't think so.
Oh, there it is.
They ain't no good at that. They ain't no good at that.
You like
you never know with this sport. It's just growing so fast.
Yeah, it is.
They got some cool. They got some really cool collab bags and stuff out there. But
we are doing a lot of collab bags this year. I am going to open up the floor to other companies to do collaborations with us, and that's going to start probably at the beginning of next year. So you will be able to get a Shot King branded bag from multiple companies.
Rob, unless I go back to dad jokes, it's time to wrap this up.
Time to wrap it up.
I got all kinds of dad jokes. I can keep them going, though.
Stop it. What do you call a guy with no arms and no legs hanging on a wall?
Art.
Yeah, there she is.
right, we'll end on that one. Hey, Ty, thanks for
it.
joining us. Valerie, thanks for being a surprise guest, jumping in here and telling us about Shot Kings. Good luck to you, Ty, in the ACL season this year, and hopefully we'll make that trip and come.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having us. We had a blast.
Yeah, Rob.
I'm in. Book me.
Rob, let's plan something for reals. We got to get this going.
Book me.
Memorial Day weekend, all week, that whole week, plan it.
Trust me.
Yeah.
I want to be here.
We got some resort style living going on.
I'll be doing the sticky side from that spot right there.
Or will you?
Or we could be up north in a cabin. We could be if you plan on staying. You could edit that too. we got some planned big though. If you guys do make it down, it'll be a good week. A good week.
I'm
awesome.
in, bro.
I need a vacation.
Book me. Let me know where
Let's
we're going.
talk. Let's talk when this is over.
All right. Well, hey, Rob, we'll see you next time, man. Thanks for joining us on the sticky side. This is Mike. That's Rob. We'll see you next time.
See you guys.
Bye.
Cause we all just wanna be cornhole stars, saying cheap hotels and driving beat up cars. The crowd gets crazy and the beers ain't cheap. We get drunk all day, so we just don't eat, and we hang out at the local bar, throwing bags in the hole like we have it all.